Yo, what's going on, Weeaboo? You know, when I did my Japanese arcade haul, there was one thing that I missed. I missed to show you one of my favorite prizes that I won while I was in Japan. This is Karaage-kun. And if you don't know what that is, then I'm really sorry to tell you it's something amazing you're missing out on. This is like a weird little fried chicken that you can get at your convenience stores in Japan. There's actually a picture of the food right here on the tag. Obviously enough, in Japan, everything has a mascot and everything is a mascot. What would normally be like chicken nuggets in here is actually a cute little chicken mascot. And this is Karaage Red, which, reddo, it's supposed to be like a hot one, I guess, sort of spicy, but it really isn't. So just get Karaage Red and you'll be happy. For as much of it that I ate in Japan, I don't think I took any video of me eating it because it was so commonplace that I was just like, who wants to see me eat fried chicken? And now here I am without a proper video sample. But in all seriousness, everybody, welcome to Weeaboo Wednesday. Of course, Weeaboo Wednesday is when I steal stories from other websites and take anime news, Japan news, and wrap it all up in this little news segment. Today, we're sipping on some green tea as we do the stories because there ain't much, and I want to keep a chill vibe with all this craziness in the world. The first thing I want to talk about is Japan's state of emergency, which of course is a big deal. Shinzo Abe, the Prime Minister of Japan, did declare a state of emergency some time ago, and I did talk about it, of course, meaning that they were basically closing a lot of stuff and barring travel and a lot of other stuff, which also included some shipping restrictions, so they're not shipping internationally through certain methods. So there's a lot going on with that. But it was originally scheduled to lift up May 6th at the end of Golden Week, which actually will be the day that this actually airs, because I record this on Tuesdays. But it would seem that they don't feel like the spread has been slowed enough, especially in big metropolitan areas like Tokyo, where it seems like the numbers just continue to climb. Obviously enough, they need to do what's best for the country, and they've decided to extend the state of emergency till the end of May, meaning it'll go until May 31st. As of right now, we're not sure whether or not that number will continue to extend outward for the different date, but I'm hoping that things start to slow down because I want to get my Japanese goods, but obviously enough, I don't want anybody to risk their health. But I will say that Daibody is definitely risking their own health by not shipping me my Kelly Polynean. I will kill somebody if I don't get my thick cup. But let's move on to something happier. So I couldn't quite find it, but this is the ticket that I used to get into the Ghibli Museum. And our next story is about just that, the Ghibli Museum. I'm actually rocking a Ghibli teacup right now, and there's my little chicken boy. He's my boy from Spirited Away. But the Ghibli Museum is a magical place that many weeaboo aspire to one day go to. And I'll tell you, it's a pretty magical place. Just don't pay too much overprice for your admission, because you might be a little let down. Still, it's amazing, and if you want to see more of it, I actually have a Japan vlog where I talk about it. Well, it would seem that they've decided to take some video footage of the inside of the Ghibli Museum. Now, if you know of the Ghibli Museum, you should know that they're very restrictive on photos and videos. They do not allow it in the museum because they want to save that magic for people who are actually going for the first time, not having seen everything online. Obviously enough, some people break this rule because they just really want to get those clicks and they upload stuff online either way. But still, Ghibli themselves has released a few videos through a YouTube channel where they have 3 videos right now, all very short but showcasing different really cool areas of the Ghibli Museum. These key areas show off a ton of detail in just a small little sliver of what it actually has to offer. They're not going to give a virtual tour of the place, but they are showing these couple different places, which really does kind of beg the imagination to wonder what the rest may be like. There's such amazing detail in all of it, and it's captured very well in very simple shots. So, if you want something peaceful and enjoyable to look at, make sure to check those videos out because they are rather nice. But of course, the Ghibli Museum is currently closed, and it will remain closed indefinitely until this whole corona situation is figured out. They want to use this as a sort of video journal to kind of keep track of the place while this whole pandemic situation is happening. And it's a nice time for them to really get some very peaceful, completely unoccupied shots where the place is empty and you really get to just see all of the magic of the details of the many nice places. So, Kimetsu no Yaiba, hot on the heels of Evangelion, decided not to be one-upped and also have a brand deal with Tamagotchi. If you remember, recently I talked about the Evangelion Tamagotchi, and I was really excited about them, but they sold out immediately. Now, of course, the release date was pretty close, but these ones for Kimetsu no Yaiba are all the way out in October, and yet, good luck getting them because they're already sold out. You can't pre-order them on AmiAmi, and they're just completely scalped up on Amazon, so good luck getting them. Either way, they look pretty cool. I feel like the graphics on them aren't quite as nice, but still, the colors are neat. They have one of Tanjiro's colors, Nezuko, and of course one of the actual Demon Slayer core, like, uniform colors, I guess, kind of their theme. That one's exclusive to being online only through Amazon. The other ones, of course, you can get through other retailers. Still, they're about $24 a piece. They're pretty neat. They actually show a lot of cool little graphics on screen. I'm going to show all that over here. You can take a look at it. I think they're cool, and I'd like to get one, but it's just not going to happen. I don't know. I'm going to see if my friend in Japan can hook me up, but goodness, it just seems like these things are getting sucked up real quick. Now, it shows a number of different swordsmen through the graphics that can actually show up on the Tamagotchi itself, and like the many others, it has mini games. You can feed them rice balls and, I'm assuming, green tea as well. And yeah, raise the different samurai, I guess, and level them up as they train their skills and all that. It looks really cool, and they've actually captured a lot of really cool key moments that, if you've watched the show, you'll like some of the neat little references they show here. It's cool, but I really want one, and I'm probably not going to get one, so I'm not going to get too excited here. This one's really weird, and I don't know how it's going to work. EVO is one of the biggest, if not the very biggest, fighting game tournament that happens in the United States, maybe even the world once over. People from all over fight in EVO, or play to fight in EVO, and they compete for amazing cash prizes and plenty of other stuff. Because of the whole pandemic situation, they canceled EVO for this year, but it would seem that they are going to hold it online now. They recently announced that they instead will be hosting it online. There's not too much detail on what's going on, but I will say that this may be a bad idea. Obviously enough, there's so much of a different impact of playing locally against someone, especially in a game that requires incredible, impeccable timing like a fighting game. Now, delay can be a serious problem, and you will hear everyone and their mother complain about lag. Now, especially with international players fighting from all over the globe, this could get kind of messy, so I don't know. All I gotta say is good luck to my boy Smug. But I will say that Low Tier God will likely be very angry about this. Now, another weird thing is that Funimation has announced that they will be holding Funimation Con, a sort of virtual convention online. To which I say, what? It's supposed to run from July 3rd to the 4th. They've described it as a 2-day stream of cosplay meetups, industry panels, Q&A sessions, and more. So I can only assume that they're going to get a group of cosplayers that they can be like, hey, you guys look really cool, and they've likely screened them. They'll get some voice actors where they can do little virtual panels online and stuff like that. And I'm sure it'll all go according to plan, but I hope they're not charging for this, because this just seems like a glorified live stream that'll likely just be promoting the hell out of Funimation. So, I don't know. I don't really like Funimation nowadays, but I guess it's cool that they're trying to do something to kind of give people the relief of not being able to go to cons, but you're losing all the magic of not being able to go physically to a convention, so don't expect too much. That's all I'm saying. Ilya Kushivnov is an artist that I am incredibly fond of. Their work is absolutely gorgeous, and I most recently talked about them on Weeaboo Wednesday because they were the character designer for the most recent iteration of Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex 2045. They were also the character designer for a movie called Birthday Wonderland. I'm talking about this because they were able to basically create an online virtual art exhibition in VR chat of all places with Ilya's work. Now, this coincides with a recent Japanese art exhibition called Vivid, where they were showing Ilya's work, because Ilya, as a Russian artist, is actually now living in Japan. But this is important for a couple reasons, because A, I think this is really important to, of course, expose the artist and allow more people to enjoy their work, which I really think they do deserve. But secondly, I think it's really cool to see this being done in a way that shows off what VR and AR stuff can do. Because this is what I feel like most people would envision VR experiences being like. Being able to go places that maybe they wouldn't normally go, especially right now during this pandemic situation. But it would seem that a company named DNP, Dai Nippon Printing, is actually helping collaborate with Ilya for this event, as well as with another company which has worked on anime-related smartphone apps and AR apps sort of similar to this. But still, like I said, I think while this is really cool for Ilya and their art and how much I love to be able to see it more, I think this is a great precedent for things that we can do in the future, especially with stuff like this. Sure, you can make amazing immersive games, but you can also create really cool, sort of wholesome experiences like this. I'd love to make a video of this if it's permissible, so we'll see about that. But with that, that's the end of the video. I don't know what else to talk about because the stories have been awful. Everything has been about delays, and I don't want to bog you guys down with that depressing kind of news. I mean, come on, look at my shirt. There's a mobile suit in my pocket. There's a mobile suit in my pocket. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to like the video and drop a comment on what you think the most interesting story was. If you want a Kingu sticker, make sure to join the Discord, links below. You won't get this one. I'll actually throw that over there so that it's not in the pile of the ones I'm giving away, unless you want it. I have another interesting video planned for this week. If everything pans out, I should have it uploaded by the weekend. Make sure to look out for that. And make sure to click whatever I'm linking on screen. It does help the channel, regardless of if you've seen it or not. You know all this same crap I talk about every video. So, again, thanks for watching. Have an amazing week. I'll see you guys Friday for a figure review. And cheers, my friends.